On this edition of Burgess Brothers Racing on Banks Network, we find out just who the idiot is wearing the kilt trying to hang glide into the facility. It did not end well for him. And we find out that Billy, the 7-year-old intern, had a serious situation at Williams Grove, stole Tanner Johnson's street stock, and madness ensued. All that and more on this edition of Burgess Brothers Racing on Banks Network. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Daytona Beach, Florida. And Banks Network coverage of Burgess Brothers Racing in the Xfinity Series from Daytona, but the Roval at Daytona. Tonight, Tim Burgess attempts to turn both left and right, as this will be road course racing for the second week in a row and the third road course of the season. We have a lot to pack into tonight's broadcast, so let's get right underway. We are excited to be here, even though it is a road course. And I tell you what? I need my papers. I don't have my papers up here. Excuse me for a minute, guys. This is embarrassing. Guys, over there, can I get my papers? I need my business papers. Where is Billy? He's supposed to have me my papers. What? What do you mean he isn't here? Hey, listen, guys, I don't mean to shout. I need my papers. Could somebody give me my business papers? Ladies and gentlemen, this is embarrassing to start the show in this manner, and I apologize for doing so. I know Tanner Johnson's down in the booth, or down in the equipment truck tonight.
Hey, Trevor.
Okay, good. You can hear me. Nothing's working right up here. I don't have my papers, and you guys know that I like to have my papers before we start the broadcast. Tanner, have you seen Billy? Where is that kid?
Are you talking about your race notes, Trevor?
Yeah, the broadcast notes. I need to...
I sent Billy up with him earlier today. You know, Trevor, I really think Billy's time out on the West Coast helped him to kind of mature. And, you know, I mean that in a good way. Unlike, you know, a lot of people I see go to the coast. I think Billy had a good experience out there. He was around today. He was helping out. He was picking up the empty Horde oil quarts that Woody was throwing off the booth. And
he's been great.
Really working his fingers to the bone. So, you know, the rest of the day, you're not going to believe what happened. We'll get to that later on in the broadcast tonight. But for the first half of the day, Billy was really a champion. And that was one of the things he was supposed to do this morning, to make sure those notes, you know, I know how you like to have them stacked right in front of the mic, you know, set there with a quart of Horde oil sitting on top of him. And I, you know, gave him the instructions on what he was supposed to do. So, well, I guess unfortunate but not surprising that it wasn't completed to your satisfaction, Trevor.
Well, I mean, it wasn't completed, and there's a Horde oil laying on
it. It wasn't completed at all.
There's what used to be a Horde oil. There's an empty quart of Horde oil setting on its side here.
And an empty shell in there.
Just a little pool where the last of the Horde oil has leaked out on the desk. Now I got a sticky spot. But I do finally have my papers up here in the booth, and we can get started. It's particularly hard also to do this by myself up here in the booth. I lead on the expertise of Kade Gile a lot during these broadcasts. And Tanner, you're not going to believe this, but Kade is not in the booth yet.
Yeah.
And it is not. It is not. It's not like Kade to be late, and I don't know where he may be. But I
saw him earlier today. He's got the Cuban heels on, and he had that pearl necklace on that he got on the last show. So there's no telling what he's been up to here. He might be at the beach. It's not that far away from the beach here, Trevor.
It's just not like him to blow these broadcasts off, but I don't know. We'll
hopefully there's no hijinks. Hopefully he's not going to come riding in on a great white shark out of the beach or something.
There is
that.
A lot of
Sharknado.
Here, when we get the blimp view, when the cars go out on the super speedway, as they're on the infield right now, driving the infield portion of the road course. When they go out on the super speedway, you'll see the big body of water on the infield, and I can only hope and pray that Kade is not. Tanner, he signed a contract. No pre-race, festivities. So if we could take the blimp feed right now, I don't know what I'm seeing here as we see Tim head around the track. You can't see it, but off in the distance, I'm beginning to see some activity. I do see a bird or something, a rather large bird that looks like it may wreck into the facility. It is coming closer. Do we have a television feed on that down? We do not. Okay, we do not have a television feed on this, but As this thing comes closer, I'm starting to think that whatever this is making a beeline for the track. Tanner, can you see it from your vantage point down there? There's that little dot off to the east. And
well, let me get out of the truck here and
get the binoculars. I'm not so sure that that's.
Yeah, let me grab the binoculars.
It's not a bird. Now that could be.
What is it? No, it's definitely not. That looks man-made.
Well, it could be a paper bag. Well, as this is getting closer, now I see it going down a little bit on the east infield. I'm being told now that we have track news on the east infield, and let's take that footage. They have something coming down to the ground. We're going to take this footage live on the east side of the track. Okay, it appears to be a hang glider, and he is wearing a kilt. And oh my goodness! Oh no! Right into one of the campers. He is gone. Let's cut away from that. There was a bagpipe expedition just about 10 miles to the east, and somebody has hang glided in on a kilt, and we thank Track News Daytona for that. Let's run that one more time, guys.
Glad that wasn't the booth.
Well, here you see him coming in. I think whoever this joker is was trying to get into the stadium, and he lost steam. And I shouldn't laugh. Oh, my gosh, right into the back of that camper. And as we see Tim heading to the race server here, so we see the percentage. But Tanner, have you ever seen anything like that? My goodness. And where's Kade? Where's Kade to see this?
I mean, he hit hard.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it makes you wonder. Kade loves watching these kind of videos. I wish he was here to see this with us.
Hey, Track News, and we know Cade's normally a man of the people down there on the infield. That would have been just to the northeast of the infield. And if somebody from Track News could let me know if Kade is down there. Is Kade down there? Yeah. Guys?
They're
Trevor, telling me no, Cade's not there.
Speaking of Track News, the Track News Japan is here tonight. I don't know if you knew that or not, but some really nice guys. I got to visit with them a little bit earlier today. Real excitable. They've, as you know, Japan is hot with dirt racing right now. So they're kind of over here following what we're doing, trying to see a little bit of what's going on. And
well, Tanner, from what I understand, we may have a lot. I think there's a lot of press here tonight. This is the first time that they've ever run the Roval at Daytona. This is something brand new this year. So I think there's a lot of press here. Let's roll that.
I didn't know how international Track News was.
Well, Track News, since we've started this broadcast,
Track News worldwide now.
It really is, and we're going to prove it tonight. As we look at this footage again one more time, we're told that this joker has fled from the police. He's run from the police. He's wearing a kilt, and he slammed right into the back. He hopped right up as the police surrounded him, and he darted away. And I'm hearing a knock at the door right now, the booth. And Kade, come on in. Where you been? You missed this lunatic. You missed this moron, Kade. Hey, hang glided in. It was much better than your attempt a couple weeks ago. He got it in the air. But Kade, I think this joker was going to come down into the stadium, and he slammed head first right. And Kade bleeding a little bit from the forehead, oddly enough, but this guy slammed head first into a camper. Kade, have a seat, buddy. Here's a Hort oil for you.
Oh, thank you, Trevor. Yes, I saw that. It was a little rough. What did you think? Who was the joker?
Well, I'm not sure, but he had the hang glider up in the air for a long time. I could see him wobbly. It kind of looked like a paper bag. And then as it got closer and closer, Track News told me, in fact, that was some lunatic. These idiots wanting to get on TV, and he's just done that. And Kade, we'll play it for you here. As you see the hang glider come in, he's got it steadied. He just lost steam trying to head into the stadium and wearing a kilt. And I can't, Kade, why are you wearing? Oh no, Tanner, you're not going to believe it.
He's not wearing a kilt, is he?
He is wearing a kilt, isn't he? Oh my God!
I'm wearing a kilt.
I wondered if that maybe wasn't him. That looked like a pretty sturdy glider too.
Kade, how you feeling?
A little rough, but that wasn't me, Trevor. I specifically signed something that says that I wouldn't do anything. So if it looks like me, that's pure coincidence.
I don't know. I don't feel good about this.
I can tell by the way he was hang gliding. He obviously had trained with the Amish, though.
Hold on. Hey, Tim, are you about to qualify real quick?
Trevor, I'm going with the old folks home strategy tonight. So I'm going to start from the back and race to the front.
Okay. We have got to take a commercial break. We're going to commercial. the law is right outside the door here. We're going to go to commercial. I'm going to smooth this over. We'll be right back. High Banks Network. We'll be right back, folks. Stay with us. And then we see what we know now is an idiot hang glider in a kilt. Tried to hang glide into the facility and fell short and hit a motorhome on the east side of the facility here. And now we find out, in fact, that was Kade Gile. Kade, I heard you admit that to the law just outside this door here.
They're fans, Trevor, and they let me slide on it. And I thought the disguise I had was good enough, but apparently not. They picked me out immediately.
Well, I mean,
for henceforth, I'm going to blame.
Kade.
Yeah, I'm going to blame some of this stuff on maybe a rabid fan or something like that. So if I do, strangely enough, if something else occurs that may involve me before a race, I can always blame it on a fan. And they bought that, and I think I'm in the clear for tonight.
Well, I'm being told now that we're going to run this one more time. Track News is telling me that if you look close, yeah, Kade, I can tell it's you. At the cost, it didn't. Love the sandals, though. Love the sandals. Man, that hurt. That had to hurt. That had to hurt.
Well, I was on the beach all day. I hosted a little pop-up with the hauler. I was hawking a little Horde oil with suntan lotion. I got a little red, but the sandals I forgot to take off.
I'm not sure.
It's not a Scottish thing for sure.
Wait a minute, Kade. Did you say you substituted Horde oil for suntan lotion?
Yeah, I did, and it works wonderfully.
I don't think it works too good. Kade's beat red in his face. His ears are blistered. It's going to be a long night for Kade. Ooh.
You think it was too much?
I don't think you should have used any. You probably should have used some sunscreen instead of Horde oil. I think we found out Horde oil attracts the sun.
I had hundreds of people that bought it thinking that it was going to be a wonder product. Yeah. Kind of a snake oil salesman type of thing, I think.
I think so. Well, let's end this nonsense and get down to business. We found out that Tim is going with the old folks home, not just the old man strategy, but the old folks home strategy, as he said before break. Tim is not qualifying tonight. That Tim is the 14 car, so he's ranked 14 out of the 19 drivers. Tim, I don't mind that strategy. I think that puts, the fewer guys behind you that can run, a lot of. The tendency here is when you're slowing up for that first turn, everybody wants to run through you. You're putting fewer people behind you. Is that the strategy?
That is it, Trevor. My best time ever was 157, and right now 153 has the pole. So right now, if I would have ran at 157, I'd be in 10th.
Okay.
That puts me right in the middle of the pack, and that's just really not where you want to be.
Oh, my goodness. Look on the infield here, guys, the blimp view. We have a Ferris wheel, and look at those swings going around. Tim, you've got to get down there. Are you guys seeing this? Tim, you see those swings in the Ferris wheel in the middle of
No, I have not seen that yet.
Look to your left.
I know where Tim's going to be.
Look to your left, just over the water there. Just
see
in
a
the
Ferris
distance.
wheel.
You can probably swim that, Tim.
I might put it in the pit.
Tim,
have fun.
At this rate, as long as this gridding process is taken, you can go ahead and unhook the Hans device, get out of the car, swim over there, ride the Ferris wheel, swim back, and you'll make it for the green flag.
Right. You very well might be right.
We see him go through this first chicane. Now, Tim, are you?
Chicane.
Tim decided we don't know what chicane means, but Tim said it just means trouble. So whenever you hear a race announcer say they're going through the chicane, it means they're going through the trouble. Get a look here from the cockpit. This is what Tim's seeing. As you see the countdown placards there on the right side of the track there, the 3, 2, 1 countdown for your braking area. Greg Hagman right in front of Tim, the number 13 car. Stephen Lawrence 2. Running side by side there with him. A lot of names, guys, that we have not talked about in the broadcast. One car off. That's the 19 car. That is Mark Lawyer.
2 cars.
Mike Howerton as well.
Trevor, I think now's a good time for the first bet of the night. It's going to be, will Tim stay on the track for the first 5 laps? So it is up and it is live.
All right. So will Tim stay on the track for the first 5 laps? I'll be honest with you guys, I have not done my research. I don't know where we're at on the track right now. Are we coming to this backstretch here? We are on the backstretch, so he's halfway through the track, so it looks like we'll probably go through the chicanes once again and come back through the track. You see, we got a couple cameras mounted on the wall here just so you can get a sense of the speed coming by you right into your living room there. There's Tim and Andrew Fessenden right behind Tim.
Tim, I gave you a big yes on that. I got full faith in you here.
I really appreciate that, Tanner.
Yep.
I'm going to do my best to make you a winner here tonight.
So if I want to know how many high bunks I have, what do I put, guys? Let's go over this again. I'll put the how-to bet up on the screen for everybody.
So to check your high bucks, and you get 1 high buck per minute as you watch the broadcast. So if you're here for 5 minutes, you get 5 high bucks. To see how many you have, you just type !high bucks, and it'll tell you how many credits you've earned.
Travio has made it in to the chat tonight. Tito Leibowitz as well. So the betting will be fast and furious tonight. Now that we know that was you, did you attend that bagpipe expedition? What do you know about bagpipe playing?
Well, not a whole lot, but I've always been a fan, and they gave me a little thing called a chanter, or a canter, perhaps. And it's kind of the practice bagpipe on it, so I'm going to bring it with us on the road here, and maybe I'll be able to play some bagpipes here before too long.
That sounds fantastic.
That's what everybody dreams of, is having one of your broadcast partners take a set of bagpipes on the road with you.
You guys, well, I'm thinking of learning the accordion next week.
We see guys, Andrew Fessenden get in front of Tim, makes the pass there. Let's go down and check with our driver. We're going to ride shotgun with the number 14 car. Tim, how is it so far? You got 2 laps under your belt.
Yeah, not too bad, Trevor. I'm just taking it easy here and minding my P's and Q's. So, you know, just like any road course, you miss that mark by just a little bit and it spells trouble. So, you know, just trying to take it easy here.
We saw Mike Howerton and Mark Lawver have some trouble there on lap 1. We haven't seen any trouble since then. Is this thing going to shake out and run clean, or do you expect people to settle in and maybe miss a mark here and there?
Yeah, I would expect it. That's what I'm betting on anyway, but, you know, I've bet and lost before, that's what he said, so you just never know.
Man, Tim, are you redlining the car there? It sounded like as you were coming in there that you were maxed out on your RPMs.
Absolutely. I'm surprised it's not cutting out. You know, the limiter.
When you can see the RPMs there on the left-hand side of the screen as we're in the passenger seat with Tim, and we're going to see. So this stretch isn't quite as long. Whoa, we see Greg Hagman lock the tires up there, guys.
Hard braking.
Very unique, guys. They call this a Roval. It's half speedway, half oval, half Roval. There you go. Half road course, half oval. I got it figured out there.
There we go. There it is.
I was trying to figure out in my head just why they did call it that. There you see the turtles there, the blue bumps.
Sea turtles.
Okay, they're not. No turtles, just
they're not.
Just.
I saw some sea turtles down at the beach today. Maybe they're not red or white.
Maybe some. I don't know if that's a rubber compound or what that is, but we see Tim right behind Topper Dugas, one of the most unique names in all motorsports. Topper running 13th and Tim running 14th. Now, guys, is that any relationship to Topper Harley? But was Topper Harley
from Hot Shots?
Hot Shots Part Duh. Topper Harley.
I'm sure it's some sort of relation. If I know our racing fans here. Topper Harley.
Well, and we do have all sorts of. We have all sorts of networks from all around the country here tonight, as this is the first time that the Roval has been in action here at Daytona. We got Track News Japan. We got Track News. Well, we got a lot of track news down here. You see all the equipment trucks outside of turn number 4. They are all here tonight to watch the Roval. Back inside the car here. Tim, going about like you thought, going better than you thought. Your lap times are right at 2 minutes. That's pretty good.
Oh, not really, but, you know, I haven't wrecked yet, and that's better than last week. So I think the bet paid off?
Yeah, 5 laps are over.
Yeah, so I can,
5 laps are over.
I can go ahead and run off the course now.
So,
we got 2 winners. Yep, any time now.
So
okay.
I'm gonna put
tried.
There it was. Did you get it? I'm gonna put the how-to bet back on the screen for our next bet here. So
I was needing that.
So you're gonna want to put !bet space, and and then whatever the question is. Yes will be 0, no will be 1, and then enter the amount of high bunks you have. And Tanner, how do you check your high bucks? Exclamation high bucks?
High buck. Yep.
So you get 1 high buck for every minute. And the winner,
1 high buck per minute. That's exactly right, Trevor.
So the winner, whoever's leading high bucks at the end of August, what month is this? August. At the end of August, we'll get a prize from courtesy High Banks Network and Burgess Brothers Racing. Mr. Leibowitz, your prize is in the mail on its way to me, and I will forward that to you when it comes. I'm just as excited as you are, Tito. Back out of the car here, you get a good look at the 14 machine.
Hey, Trevor, what do you think about a bet? Will Tim pass anyone by the end of lap 15?
Okay, well, will Tim... yeah, okay, so he can pass them. What if they blip out like we saw last week if somebody just quits? Does that count?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you think it should count?
Well, I don't know. We had to
we're making these up as we go.
I think
somebody...
I think he has to pass somebody, but that person can go off the track and Tim can pass him. So
right.
Anyway,
yes,
he can
I would
pass.
agree with that.
So Tim is
Right. Let's run it. Let's run it.
Tim is 7 seconds behind Topper.
It's live, Trevor.
All right, we are live. Will Tim pass anyone by the end of lap 15? You see Tim going into the chicane. He's got Mike Howerton behind him. That is the West Virginia driver. Let's see, gentlemen, just what paint scheme this is tonight. Yes, sir, West Virginia. There's somewhere there's a couch on fire as we speak. Somewhere a couch is on fire and somebody is soiling it.
Just wait till they cancel the Big 12 football season, Trevor.
Coming.
There will not be a couch left.
It's coming, Mike. Guys, look at that number 7 car. That thing is chromed out. That is one of the best-looking cars that I have seen.
That is something.
That is a good-looking ride. Too bad about that couch, though. We see Mike.
You'll be able to see Morgantown from outer space. There'll be so many couches burning, Trevor.
All right, so Tanner, Billy did not retrieve me my important business papers. I have been told that, and I feel terrible now.
There's more to the story.
Well, I'm just being told that. I'm going to take the bet screen down here, and we're going to talk about this a little bit while we have a pause in the action. Tim is 26 seconds away from paying this bet off, and we have about 6 laps to do it. He's got Mike Howerton breathing down his neck, just over a second. All right, so Billy is our 7-year-old intern. We have had a problem with Billy here on the network. He stole a 305 sprint car. Oh, what do you think, guys? About 2 months ago. Stole it.
Probably.
Drove it right out of
He did do well with it.
Yeah, I mean, he drove. So to tell you guys what happened, Woody, our crew chief for Burgess Brothers Racing, he pretty much tells us what to do, and we do it. And he said, go ahead and let Billy, the 7-year-old intern, set in the 305, and we'll push it up onto the trailer, and it'll be a real thrill for him. Well, Woody must have forgotten.
Do you have that video available?
You know what? That video is somewhere deep in the archives.
Not in the sources anymore?
I don't have it in the sources right now. But to paint a picture, and Woody had obviously forgot that this 7-year-old had stolen 3 cars prior. Not race cars, but just cars on the street. And he stole this 305 sprint car. He got in it. Somehow, he figured out how to hotwire it because those cars need to be push-started. Well, Billy found out how to hotwire it, and I'll be darned if he didn't drive that car straight onto the track. He lost it. It was a terrible accident. He ran headfirst into a sign affixed to turn 1. So the medical crew comes out. We're real worried. I'll be darned. The car landed on its wheels, and he drove it right out of the stadium, got out west on I-83 out of Pennsylvania, and he drove that car all the way to Ventura, California, where he won 4 straight feature wins. He never got out of the car. Nobody ever knew he was 7 years old. Fast forward as we see Mike Howerton get around Tim there. That was a pass 4 position. Now, does it count if Tim passes Mike back? I think
absolutely.
It does. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we've been waiting for.
So go get him, Tim. Go get him.
Put a little pressure on him there.
We're going to ride with Tim here. So fast forward, Billy goes to the Belleville High Banks, to the 305 Nationals, takes one look at the track, soils his pants, and says, I'm not running anymore. That's it. He looked at the Fame High Banks and got scared. So we've not known really.
The first one.
We've not known as Mike gets off the track just a little there, and Tim closes it up to under a second. So we haven't seen Billy until last night. Billy comes back to us, says he's ready to work, does a fabulous job last night, right, guys? Except
he was great.
Now
He turned himself around.
The only beef I have with Billy last night is we all go around the room and give final thoughts, and Billy wanted to get in on final thoughts, and Billy doesn't get any final thoughts. So we kicked him out of the booth, and apparently he was upset.
Sent him on his way, didn't we?
Tanner, I'm told, I don't know much about what's going on, but I'm told that this is nothing to joke around about, and that we have a serious, I cannot stress how serious this situation is with Billy, the 7-year-old intern. Tanner, do you want to take it from there? You may have more information than I do.
No, Billy really hustled down, when we had those final thoughts, you kicked him out of the booth. It couldn't have been 2-3 minutes later. There he was. And, he kind of won me over after the race. And so I agreed to put him in the suit, put the helmet on him.
And Tanner, you were running the dirt track at Williams Grove last night in our street stock.
Yeah. So I said, Billy, go ahead and pull her in the hauler. I thought he'd earned the chance to redeem himself. And
you didn't.
Turned out we'd all been fooled again when he jammed it into reverse and then tried to tear the transmission out of that great
Howerton off the road. We have a pass. We have a pass. Pay the man.
Bet is getting stopped. Pay him. All four bets were on you, Tim.
Tim had been setting him up for 2 laps, and he pulled the move on him right there.
That was my.
Let's go back.
Right there.
Let's go back and take another look at this. Tim had been setting him up, and right here, yep, that's the winning move right there. Tim set him up the entire time for that.
It works every time.
So
it really does.
Everybody wins anyway. Was there anybody that bet no on that? I don't believe so.
No, there was not.
So everybody wins.
4 winners. 4 bettors, 4 winners.
My question is, how come I'm one of the co-founders of Burgess Brothers Racing, and I don't want to brag on my financial, my wealth, but I do fund a lot of money for those cars. And why am I just now hearing that one of our cars, we share the cars, but I do fund, we all put a lot of money up. Why am I just hearing about this now?
Well, we didn't really want to tell you, Trevor.
For this reason.
You'd be pretty sore about it.
We know you felt like Billy was coming around, and you're not going to like what you're about to hear.
Well, I am told that Track News, our affiliate out of Williams Grove, has this. And Tanner, as we see a sigh from the cockpit, let's go down and talk to Tim here before we go to that. Tim, what's going on? How we doing?
Oh, good. Thinking about pitting here. That'd be splitting her in half. What do you guys think?
Well,
you guys want to vote on this next lap?
I said, yeah, I think you need to bring it in next lap. We're halfway this time by. How do you pit? Where's the pit?
Right there, right after the chicane.
Okay, so you don't go back onto the. I see that. Okay, yep. All right. Well, we'll see. We're going to stay here before we go to Track News. Our affiliate out of Williams Grove has this footage of apparently Billy, the 7-year-old intern, stealing the street stock, which is not. This can't be as bad as what we saw before. I'm afraid. I'm guessing that nothing major happened. We haven't heard anything. I didn't see it on the news rags this morning as I, picked up.
Well, if you would have checked the Japanese news, it probably would have been there. The Japanese reporters from Track News Japan, they were eating it up.
Oh no!
I've never seen anybody get so excited, Trevor.
So here's a good shot of Tim heading through the infield here. He's going to pit right now. We have, and I don't know if Mike Bruno had trouble, but he is running back now in the 9th spot. He had to get off the raceway. He was running 4th the last lap. Tim running in 11th. I feel like we haven't done a very good job of following this full race here. Tim is running in 11th right now. There are 19 cars. So Tim, the number 14 ranked car, if he could get in the top 10 here, Mr. Top 10 would see a pretty good points tonight. Tim running in 11th. I feel like we haven't done a very good job of following this full race here. Tim is running in 11th right now. There are 19 cars. So Tim, the number 14 ranked car, if he could get in the top 10 here, Mr. Top 10 would see a pretty good points night.
The par for the course.
Tanner, prepare my mind and body for exactly what I'm about to see here with Billy. Is this, do we need to go ahead and tell the children to leave the room, and if you have a queasy stomach to turn your television set off? Is that one of these?
Yeah, I don't know that it's quite that bad. The camera kind of cut off after the explosion, so we didn't get any footage of Oh, I didn't tell you about the explosion.
Billy blew something up.
Well, it was actually a tank of Horde Oil racing fuel that they keep outside the track to keep everybody, fueled up and running at peak performance. Horde Oil racing fuel for all your racing needs.
Yeah, it's
good. Here we see Tim heading into the pits.
Horde Oil, good for the machine, good for the good for the body.
What's good for the engines, good for the soul.
So Wally asks, have you incorporated the word chicane yet into your broadcast? Have we ever? Tim, we don't really know what a chicane is as we see Tim bring it in. Tater's going to go to work on the right side. The jackman that does not need a jack, he lifts up the car with his bare hands. No jack needed for Tater. The right side's down, going to work on the left side now. And my goodness, this pit crew here, record time yet again.
Quick.
That Horde Oil Jensen Tire pit crew has done it again. Tim will no doubt be leading when he comes out, right?
I think so.
Everybody? Deal?
Yeah, I think he's in the lead now, Trevor.
Tim, good pit stop for you, though. You got it in and got into the stall there.
It was the first time I'd actually went in the pit, so that I consider that pretty successful.
That's a win. All right,
you got to feel good about being halfway done with the race, too, Tim. Oh, you see somebody off the track there, the old 5 car.
Robbie Cook.
Robbie, hit him on the radio.
Now,
corn dog.
Now we're trying to
get you stay on the track.
We're trying to get Robbie Cook on the broadcast because one time I was running this a couple weeks ago. Oh, maybe at Iowa, and we're setting in the staging area in the pits, and Robbie goes. And I know it's not his real voice, but Robbie goes, guys, free hot dogs for all drivers down at the concessions on the midfield. Free hot dogs for all drivers. And I think he would really fit in on the broadcast. I really do. Apparently you had to be there. So, yeah, as High Banks Network stated on the chat, that we don't know what chicane means. So Tim has just said it means trouble. So whenever you hear an announcer say they're heading into the chicane, they're heading into the trouble.
So Wally has just typed in, and it says an artificial narrowing or turn on a road or auto racing course.
There we go.
Well, but now the thing about that is if you look up trouble in the dictionary, it says an artificial narrowing or turn on a road or auto racing course.
That's what they call a synonym.
So Tim has passed Robbie Cook. He's actually passed a lot of drivers. I'm not sure if our leader, Charlie Collins, has come in yet. We take a look at Charlie Collins right here, the 17 car. And he is running 26 seconds ahead of Tim on the track. So I'm guessing, what do you think, Tim? Has Charlie come in?
I don't think so. He was kind of right behind me before I came in.
Okay. Charlie has not come in, nor has the 2 Jason Baumgart or the 3 Stephen Lawrence 2.
Stephen Lawrence 2, okay. So Robbie Cook is in. Robbie Cook into the pits right now. Robbie Cook, one of the best. This is a really good paint scheme. Of course, kind of a play on the Dale Earnhardt scheme, but I love this paint scheme right here as we see Robbie Cook bring it into the pits, and looks like their jackman needs a jack. So that stop will definitely
that's going to cost him some time.
Definitely be slower than Tim's. Well, while we're cycling out the pit stops here, let's go. Oh my goodness, let's go to. Well, I'm told that Track News guys down in the truck. Is Track News Williams Grove ready to roll this footage? Okay.
Yeah, I think the footage is ready here.
Let's go down. Let's go to Williams Grove. This was last night after the race. We see Billy right there. That is the C&W car. We see Billy back it up. Is this Billy in the car then right now?
Yeah, no, he's supposed to be going to the hauler, but just
Billy.
Jam that C&W engine and transmission.
Oh no, Billy!
Yeah.
Cut that away. Oh my God, Tanner, you said that the footage wasn't. Oh my God!
No, I told you.
No, you didn't.
That was a big tank. That was a big tank. That was a big tank of Horde Oil racing fuel.
No, you
Trevor.
didn't,
I told you
Tanner.
there was an explosion.
You said the kids could stay in the room. That's terrible. I said, do the kids need to leave the room? No, not really. The camera pans away.
Well, sometimes the kids need to.
Are we sure? Are we sure about this?
Learn what happens when you steal a car like that.
I'm talking to the affiliates right now in my ear. Are you guys certain that we want to play that again? Okay. Well, they're telling me that ratings are better than the health of a 7-year-old boy. We're going to go to that feed yet again. And this is Billy. We know now that he stole. This is Tanner's street stock right after the race last night. We know now that Billy stole this car. And Billy heading, oh my gosh, Billy. He's really done it now. And, oh no, Bill. Oh my gosh, Billy. He's just a kid, guys. He's a 7-year-old boy with a birthday coming up.
He's going to be 8. And I think we're
Tim
gonna
off the
try
track
this.
here, gentlemen.
We've done this.
Tim off the track.
He's right back on. We've done this bet before, and I'm not going to bet on this one because I know I was here. I know what happened. But did Billy survive this incident?
Oh, Tanner, this is in bad taste. Come on.
That's horrible.
And we were writing a bit today.
It's already been started.
We were writing a bit today that's not PC, and we're going to do that for you later. And Tanner said, guys, that is not PC. And now Tanner wants to bet on whether not only
on
the
life
health
of a 7-year-old,
not only the health of a 7-year-old boy, but whether or not he lived or died. I can tell you what happened. There's nobody surviving that crash.
Is this over, Trevor?
This race is over. Tim, do you have to complete this lap? Is this thing in the books?
No, I'm just cruising around.
Another night that we have no idea when the race ends?
That's 2 finishes we missed in a row, I think, guys.
I'm cooling the engine off and gonna go head back to the pit.
I'm told right now, gentlemen, we're going to take the Japanese feed. This is Track News Japanese. This was their call of Billy's incident. Let's go, guys. Japanese Track News. Oh, man, it is not. Oh, man, they put a little Burgess Brothers Racing tag at the end of that. Oh, my gosh, those Japanese guys know how to call an accident, don't they?
Absolutely. That's a nice little nod.
Goodness. Wow. I don't know quite what to say about the Japanese feed. I'm being told that we do have some other feeds trickling in. The Russian feed, I'm told, is getting ready. Are we reeling that, guys, down at okay. We are ready. We're ready with the Russian feed. Let's take that right now, the Russian feed. And there you see
Friends, countrymen, Russians. From Racing Moscow, I'm Vladimir Stolichnaya. Today, intern Billy of Burgess Brothers Racing suffered possible career-ending fate when wrecked stolen car on dirt track. We will give update when condition is known. From Racing Moscow, Vladimir Stolichnaya.
Oh my gosh, guys! A very popular
Russia,
night.
huh?
Very popular night here on the
That's
broadcast.
cool.
I told you guys that a lot. So we started with Track News out of Iowa, or no, it was Track News Pennsylvania. And I'll be darned, man, Track News has blown up, and we've got Track News from all over the world. In fact, Track News. I'm not sure what this Track News is here. This may be something from outer space, but we're going to go now to this is Track News. Yeah. Let's take this feed. Track News. Here we go. Intern Billy! Okay, well, that was...
Wow.
that was interesting.
It's like nothing I've ever heard.
Tanner, your thoughts on that?
I couldn't understand a word of what they were saying.
I don't know if it was some sort of click or... and I don't mean group that hangs together and doesn't let anybody else in. I mean the language. I'm being told right now, in fact, guys, that the Spanish feed is do we have that ready? Okay, the Spanish feed is ready, guys, and we're going to take that right now. This is Track News. This is the Spanish feed with what happened to Billy last night.
8-9, Casa de Cacha de Carreras, Caca de Gazia, Edina Sitaca, Senor Billy, Loco Blanco Punto, Miara, no.
Oh my guys! Oh my!
They get excited,
my goodness! I tell you what, they really know how to call a race, don't they? Them and the Japanese know how to call a race. Back to the Japanese feed one time, and we'll wrap this thing up. These guys know how to party, don't they? Holy cow.
It's something. It's really something.
Well, we thank everybody for watching.
Wish the best for Billy.
Yeah. You're going to have a tough
I'll give you a full
recovery
update on Thursday, Trevor, of what the fate of Billy is. But obviously that was a tough ride. That was a tough ride.
The chat has gone completely quiet. It feels like there's a still in the air. Miss Mafia just says, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know which feed he's commenting on.
You
But
said it, man. You said it, man.
I tell you what, we have really enjoyed our time here at the network, High Banks Network. It's been fun. I have a feeling this is our final broadcast, but we have really, really enjoyed it here. To pull the curtain back, ladies and gentlemen, that was the bit that Tanner thought, you guys may want to rethink it.
I think it went great, Trevor.
Now Wally says it'll buff out. So Wally, I'm not sure if we're concerned about getting the car back. I think that car maybe. But it is too bad about Billy and the Horde oil. I've been drinking Pennzoil all night.
Synthetic, no less.
Kade,
I
thought this tasted a little bit. I don't know.
A little
just
gamey.
Not great.
A little gamey. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can come up with for the rest of the documentary.
Fantastic. Just fantastic. And Kade, are you embarrassed? I mean, to show emotion like that. And do you remember exactly? I don't want to give it away, and I know why they do things like that. They don't, and maybe you don't want to give it away. But do you remember what you were talking about to get you that emotional?
Yeah, it kind of chokes me up thinking about it now.
I'm sorry, Kade.
It had to do with a carnival that I had purchased, and it'd been a dream of mine all my life to own a carnival. And
sorry to Tim too.
I had to sell it at a profit, but I had to sell it, and I know it. It was really hard on Tim too. Selling the carnival, the tilt-a-whirl, the Ferris wheel, it was all gone. I did get to keep the cotton candy machine, but yeah, it's tough, Trevor. And if you're going to do a documentary, you've got to give it all you got. And if anyone laughs at my crying here, I'm sorry, but it was tough. It was tough.
Well, Kade, it takes a real man to show emotion. Strong men also cry. Strong men also cry.
Yep.
I think
Kade, we gotta remember the positives in that. I know it's hard on me too, but just remember, the Bearded Lady, she was a hell of a cook. Right? In the tilt world, Carl, right? I'm gonna miss her.
Guys, I'm sorry I brought it up, and Tanner, do you find it odd that, and guys, like I said, strong men also cry, but Tanner, do you find it odd that they're getting emotional? They only own the carnival for about 12 hours.
It was a lifelong dream, Trevor.
12 hours.
I think it was closer to 3 days. Trevor,
3 days? Seemed like
it's amazing how attached you can become to something under that time. And I think we all felt good for Tim that we did get to keep the cotton candy machine. I know that was something we'd always dreamed of having. So, we pulled it from race to race with us.
It was my career dream to operate the tilt-a-whirl. So you can imagine. I mean, it's a lifelong ambition.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Corporate was happy to see it go, and like you say, we did turn a nice profit on it over that 3-day period.